want to see which players are involved in each lineup, then you'll have to call a timeout, use the triggers, and go through your options. And if you're a My League fan, you have the ability to customize these preset lineups. To do so, all you have to do is go to the On-the-Fly lineups in the Coaching tab, and you'll be able to edit any of the existing lineups or create one of your own. That's all for this.
At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their close or their effort up, and nothing.
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's House in at the 3. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. It's a 3-point game. Here's Harden on the wing. Up again. Now Anthony. And that one, good.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Harden the pass.
Are you kidding me? And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk. And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden. Often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Westbrook against Lillard. He gets it in there.
Defense all over Westbrook there, but he's crafty. He's slick, and he was focused on that shot.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. He kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball. Yep, it counts. Harden's got 5 now.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Lillard surveying the D. Down low, Nurkic. And the layup is good.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Lillard against Westbrook. Oh, Covington in position. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House. The Trailblazers making a switch here. A minute 50 left to play here in the first. Here's Whiteside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here's Westbrook. Harden outside. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. The shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Trent. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Ariza. McCollum outside. Back to Ariza. Now here's Whiteside, guarded by Tucker. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Ariza over Gordon. Ariza no luck.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for the Rockets. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Collins passes to Whiteside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Rockets trail by 3. The pass to Gordon. Harden left side. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. Here's Westbrook. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Trent. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Portland no good that time either.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
McLemore is out there with Rivers. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then there's Gordon. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rivers against Lillard. Here's McLemore. Nurkic gets a hand on it. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And laid in to finish the break. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely.
And former 7th overall pick Ben McLemore finally seems to be finding his footing in the NBA.
You know, he was known in college, Greg, for his shooting touch, and now delivering on some of that efficiency offensively. Good to see the young man make that kind of progress.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House has checked in for Eric Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Russell Westbrook.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Visa comes in for Little. Here's Westbrook. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. He just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That sends Trevor Ariza to the free throw line. It's on Ben McLemore. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
Lillard, count it. 16 points for Damian Lillard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Here's Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Lillard attacking, makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Harden can't hit. And, Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they looked to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
A shot by Harden, wide open, tips it up, and Westbrook is right there. Westbrook's got 12.
Well, you look at Westbrook's profile, and he has averaged double-digit rebounds in multiple years. Nothing new about that.
Drills it from outside.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Harden kicks to House. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ahead. The rebound by Harden.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Covington's shot is off. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake. That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
Lillard way outside. And that one released in time, but no good.
Boy, excellent job that time by Westbrook to challenge without fouling.
And so it's Portland with a 10. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 23 points. Well, he's... And...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 10. Well, we've got a moment left up the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Harden, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Superb body control from Harden. When he's driving inside the defense, doesn't really have much they can do to stop him.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Nobody near Lillard. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half. And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Houston making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Green comes in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Chandler with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Here's Green. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now here comes Collins leading the break. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Harden the pass to Chandler. Takes it out to Covington. The Rockets with another miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Whiteside's checked in, and a wide open look for Hood. They get it again. Whiteside kicks to Hood. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For 3, Gordon. The shot that time not on target. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Russell Westbrook's checked in for James Harden.
Checking in for your Rockets, Russell Westbrook.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Rivers with it. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they get it back. It's stolen by Little. And they're moving it up. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Pass to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's Westbrook missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one. Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And here are the Blazers. They're on a 16-6 run. McCollum passes to Trent. Whiteside, high post. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good from outside. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Westbrook from the baseline. And so it's Portland in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
They've got McLemore. Gordon out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Shots good by Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
It's stolen by Ariza. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Trent. Carroll covering. Pulls up on the wing. Trent can't hit.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And the shot goes in.
Using that strong upper body, Tucker can definitely play through contact.
Lillard outside. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Now here's McLemore. Passes it to Gordon. At the top of the key, Westbrook. To the paint. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, you got to stop Carroll from getting inside because he's a threat to throw it down on you from this close.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll. And James Harden subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Harden scanning the floor. Buries the long-range jumper.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Trailblazers leading by 11. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Here's Gordon. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one's on Anthony.
Boy, that's considerable concentration from the veteran Gordon there. His strength is what allowed him to make that happen.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking. Shooting foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
For the Rockets, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Ben McLemore.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Westbrook, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Harden's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 8. Anthony taking his time here. Five to shoot. Nurkic in the post. Defended by Covington. Lillard from outside. But they'll get another chance.
And that long rebound just falls right back into their hands. That'll reset. So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. No surprise there. I mean, this is who Westbrook is. This is what Westbrook does. Ready to step up in the biggest moments. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
From deep, Harden. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Here is Lillard. offline. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a very strong, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
installment of Expert Tips. I'll see you next time.
Hey, I'm Ryan, and I'm here to tell you about everything going on in my team right now. Flash 2 packs have arrived.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the task we are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Doncic with it. Now defended by McCollum. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Plenty of space. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Finney-Smith, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony. Dallas shooting their first free throws of this. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
No problematic or an Achilles heel for a lot of young bigs. His consistency from the free throw line really hasn't been a problem for Porzingis.
Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Out to the right wing. A pass to Porzingis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
And it's Lillard missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there it is for him.
Now they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hardaway passes to Powell. Nurkic with the steal. Doncic against Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
To the middle. Porzingis inside. Anthony on him. Kleba, no good. And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. Lays it up off the glass.
Give him these kind of chances, and Trevor Ariza is going to hurt you.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And it's Anthony with the jam.
A great pass by Whiteside, hanging in that play.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Curry's shot is good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Trent can't hit. The Mavericks leading. Fast break, Dallas. Curry's got the ball, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza for the Trailblazers. Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
That one goes. Count it.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Trent can't hit, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers trail by 8, and Lillard gets it to go.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
And the Mavericks with possession. Hardaway finds Kleba. Back to Hardaway. 4 seconds left, and Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. From Portland, we're back.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Wright. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Cauley-Stein in at center. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Hardaway. That shot no good. Here's Lillard. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Outside, Porzingis. Inside. Out to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Taken away by Anthony. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And again, Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 24 points.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And right with the basket on the assist by Doncic. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Now, Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Porzingis against Hood. Releases. Porzingis can't hit.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
The Mavericks trailer. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Porzingis has got the ball. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that 3.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Mavericks lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Lillard dishes to Hood. Back to Lillard. He got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that's...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward. Lobs it up for Anthony, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Well, Melo is not shying away from the offense. Imagine that. Never saw a shot he didn't at least want to take.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Porzingis. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
It's rebounded by Dallas.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Curry passes to Brunson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Trent, and he uses the glass on the layup. Trent's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense. I remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. On its way from Curry for 2. It's hauled in by Trent.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's McCollum. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. The pass to Cauley Stein. Stripped it away. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Kleber with the bucket. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Lillard with the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Pass to Doncic. The dish to Cauley-Stein. Curry outside. Another three for Dallas.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
It's Ariza on the wing. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. They get the rebound. Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. A three ball. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And it's Lillard missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. No luck that time either. Portland leading by 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Dallas shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Now here's Lillard. 37 points for him. And Portland turns it over again. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. Doncic looking it over. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, there's plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in its small forward.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's Finney Smith. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 3. It's McCollum with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, as his confidence grows, McCollum gets himself into attack mode, and that's where his game goes to another level. Beautiful drive by the young phenom.
Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard looking around. And he goes right over Dwight Powell and slams it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Doncic.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Nurkic, kicks it out to Ariza. Here's Lillard. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Finney Smith, an easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Doncic right side. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Portland leading by 5. He dishes it to Lillard. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in.
Porzingis wanting it and gets it.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Excellent D there from Anthony. Here is Lillard. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Dallas with a change here too. Curry's checked in for Hardaway. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Doncic against Lillard. It's Curry outside. Dallas again missing. So it's Portland now. Leading by 5. Count it, good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And both free throws good for Porzingis. Here's Lillard. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Anthony nowhere around. Had the space there, but it's offline. Here are the Mavericks now. Here's Powell. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Ariza outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Vick.
pitched Tim Duncan and Oscar Robertson, our dev team really went crazy here. In Limited this weekend, it's all about the high flyers. Set your lineup with your best rim rockers and go get that ring.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Hi and welcome. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Westbrook passes to House. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Yes, that goes in.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position. An effective scorer in that area.
And Doncic throws it down.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, Russell Westbrook is a guy you want to play with because he's going to lay it on the line every night. And you couple that kind of passion with his talent and look out.
The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Here's Westbrook, and he gets the bucket.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Doncic passes to Powell. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Now, here's Westbrook. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
To the wing right side. Porzingis against Chandler. Porzingis inside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 8.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Passes to Covington. Back to Westbrook. And the pass to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. He's got 9.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Brunson against Harden. Here's called. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Westbrook scanning the floor. It's House outside. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Kleba. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Pass to Chandler. Doncic with the steal. It's tipped. And it's the Rockets on the break. Covington with the ball. The shot's good.
This is about perseverance and passion. Robert Covington refuses to be denied.
Passes it to Curry. And Covington sends it back. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. White is checked in for the Mavericks. Green against Cauley Stein. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Carroll, no one around him. And it's Houston with another.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Gordon. Jamari Carroll is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Rivers in at the point.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right. One of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Seth Curry. 5 on the clock. From deep, McLemore. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Powell finds Porzingis. To Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Rivers looking over the floor. Here's McLemore. Carroll with the 3. And Wright pulls it down. Mavericks trailed by 5. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the basket is good. Powell's got 6.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
It's Rivers on the wing. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Wright. Houston with a big group substitution here. Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll. Manuel House comes in for McLemore. James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Houston moving it around. In the corner, Harden, lock at 6. Here's Tucker. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint.
Boy, when you couple the skill level and the size of Porzingis, he has got the chance to be elite.
Here's Westbrook. Porzingis with the block. Fast break, Dallas. Runs in the pass to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Snatched away. To end the run. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Russell Westbrook.
Well, the blinding speed of Russell Westbrook to change ends and get to the cup.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. Outside Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
Very hard to match the speed of Russell Westbrook. He's got change of speed and blow-by ability.
The shot by Kleba, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Houston leading by 3. Oh, Covington in position. Doncic with the steal. And here's Brunson. And he lays it straight in.
Well, what you love about Kristaps Porzingis at 7'3", he can see over any defender, and he's a terrific passer, guys.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. You're looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a one possession. And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
I love the ferocity with which Russell Westbrook plays. The defense has no choice but to put him at the line.
And so Westbrook makes them both. The Mavericks trailer. Doncic kicks to Powell. Over to the wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. No good on that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway from outside. The shot misses, and the Rockets take it the other way. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop, and it's blocked. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis, gliding in for the finish.
Houston in the lead.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Throws it up high.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Westbrook. The pass to Rivers. Right side Green. He kicks to McLemore. It's good from long range. McLemore's got 5.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Doncic dishes to Powell.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Here's Rivers. That shot missing. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Rivers has got the ball. The Mavericks pull it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
I mean, you have to chase Luka off that three-point line. This guy is capable of hurting you from there.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to McLemore. Here's Green. By Porzingis, and it's Carroll in the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He has 7.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
To the inside, and Doncic throws it down.
And Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Pass to Westbrook. Back to Rivers. Out left to the wing. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Carroll with the 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Wright finds Powell. Porzingis against Carroll. Over in the corner, Doncic. Shot clock at 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Powell.
Outstanding timing from Powell. Rises up for the forceful alley-oop.
Right side Green. Houston moving the ball around. 35 seconds left in the third. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Green. And Bahamute comes in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington's checked in for McLemore. And it's James Harden in for Rivers. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Covington with the steal. 1 second left. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display. The vertical out of this world.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. Passes it to Kleba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Gordon with it. Over to the left wing. Outside. House. It's rebounded by Dallas. Finney Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Harden has a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And a deep three from Curry. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Tucker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You know, we see this a lot from Tucker. Scores by overpowering the defender with his tremendous strength.
And Harden comes to help. Stolen by Tucker. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Good on the shot. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And the rejection by Harden. Here's Tucker. The Mavericks pull it in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Finney Smith kicks to Cauley Stein. Out to Hardaway. And Covington sends it back.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
Here's Harden. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment. Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now Harden. From the arc, Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Curry. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Gordon. There's the pass to Powell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Houston Rockets. It's a one-point game. And foul on the... And here we go. Coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. He lobs it up. The shot by Powell, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Powell down low. Chandler on him. Out to Doncic. Here's Powell. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Substitution on the
So Houston wins it. This was a hard-fought. Well, all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
boys. How about some locker codes? Enter these codes for a chance at pulling your next great My Team card. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.
This season, we're bringing you uninterrupted segments.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DA. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard left side.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Anthony against Covington. And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard with the bucket.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 4-point game. Pass to House. Harden outside. He kicks it to Westbrook. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Lillard. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 6.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
McCollum against Harden. At the top of the key, Westbrook. Here's Tucker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Strategic move from Tucker. He throws the defender off with the fake and draws a good foul.
And last season, PJ Tucker signing a 6-figure sneaker deal with Nike, maybe helping to offset how much he spent on shoes over the years.
Yeah, GA, the most renowned sneakerhead in this league. He owns thousands of pairs, and you'll even see him change sets in the middle of a game.
Top of the line competitive spirit for PJ Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
Offensive rebound. Covington passes to Tucker. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. He's got 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Takes it out to Covington. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden draws the double. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Harden loves getting contact on his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
Nurkic trying to get open, and Lillard throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now here's Westbrook, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Oh, pretty comfortable mid-range shooter. You can't let Westbrook get in the groove from there.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's Lillard missing. Rockets trail by 8, and here they come. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
The defense sees Westbrook coming, but his verticality makes him almost unstoppable.
40 seconds left here in the first quarter. And a deep three from Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. Here is House. He dishes it to Westbrook. Over Lillard. Kicks it out to Harden. Another shot, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Harden. 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
A shot by Lillard, wide open. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 17.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. And before
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. McLemore is out there with Damari Carroll, and it's Green in at center. Now here's McLemore. There's the feed to Green. And Whiteside sends it back.
Oh, no. Remember, Whiteside has had 10-plus blocks in a single game. A true swatting machine.
Hood against Green. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
The rhythm and precision. Collins making the catch and shoot jumper look like easy money there.
Here's Gordon. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Trent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the paint. And it's Hood in the corner. Down low. Here's Whiteside. And he converts the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Not to be denied. Whiteside's NBA career didn't start until he was 25. Works for those hoops.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. He got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. Right side, no good.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Harden, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Now, here's Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And it's Lillard missing. Rockets trail by 9. The finish. And finished off by Westbrook.
No matter where the play is, Westbrook comes to support it. Able to get back up court so fast.
And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Kicks it out to McCollum. To the right side. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
With the teardrop, Chandler with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 10. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Off on the layup. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Harden with the stuff.
Athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
Here's Lillard. Chandler with the block. A shot by Harden, wide open. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Trailblazers lead by 8. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 26 points. And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Rockets trail by 8. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And here's Harden for 3. Tucker. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Tucker's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Houston.
Now there's the grit you've come to expect from Tucker. Getting into position for the rebound and getting some points out of it.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Trevor Ariza.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help. Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Here's Lillard. It's good. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And there's the pass to Green. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lillard. Misses the layup.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And that one's good. House.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Lillard attacking. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 6 assists in the game. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And he makes that one. And now it's an 11-point Portland lead.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Harden the pass to House. It's stolen by Little. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's McCollum. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
Logs his first 3 of the second half. After nailing 2 in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
Here's Harden. And just miss after miss right now. Trailblazers leading by 14. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Robert Covington comes in for Green. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers. One-on-one here. And finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, I mean, they can't do anything about Westbrook tonight. I mean, you tell me how to check him because I don't have an idea.
Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And Harden with the stuff.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Here's Trent, guarded by Harden. Whiteside, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Robert Covington picks one up. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Free throw, good. Whiteside. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Oh, you got to respect the fearlessness of Ariza, slamming it through in style.
Harden inside the three-point line. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Trent. And the layup falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Chandler. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Collins. Houston also making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for Danuel House. And McLemore subbed in for James Harden. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Trent. 5 on the clock. Westbrook with the block.
Always in a relentless pursuit of the ball. Westbrook is capable of making stand-out defensive plays.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Covington.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Portland leading by 14. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's McLemore at the shooting guard position. McCollum against Westbrook. Out to Hood. Over Gordon. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Rockets trail by 14. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Trent. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Westbrook. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Oh, man, what a high percentage look for Westbrook. The more of these your offense can generate, the better.
Now McCollum. Here's Trent. And the basket by McCollum.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 16. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
He uses his finesse to get flashy. I mean, Westbrook is an elite above the rim finisher.
Here's McCollum. And that one is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Westbrook against Lillard. And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 24 points.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Lillard from outside. But they recover it. Nurkic finds Anthony. Deflects the pass. Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Anthony's shot is off.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And stolen by Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. From outside the arc. And Westbrook pulls it down. Rockets trail by 14. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball.
And the vertical Westbrook possesses is tremendous. I mean, he uses it to perfection on these dunks.
It's McCollum on the wing. Stolen by Westbrook. Nurkic with the block. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. Portland no good that time either. For Houston, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Defense probably had a plan for Westbrook's drive, but he's so dynamic. I mean, it all falls apart.
McCollum up top. Back to Lillard. Out to Anthony. Wide open. He can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. Westbrook passes to Gordon. Nurkic with the steal. 1:32 left in the game. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Kicks it out to Gordon. And the lead is down inside single digits.
The strong upper body of Gordon, I mean, contact does not affect his shooting.
Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Gets the first, and that brings them within single digits. Carroll hits them both. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Simons surveying the D. And a wide open look for Hood. Sinks the triple.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort. He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Here's Simons. So the Trailblazers win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay. He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And the basket by Lillard.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Got a piece of it. Here's Ariza. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Ariza. Nobody near Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Hardaway. Finney Smith passes to Hardaway. Nurkic with the block, and he gets it back. Pass to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lillard against Hardaway. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Porzingis finds Powell. Looking to end the run. And it's Portland with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. McCollum outside to the middle. Kicks it out to Lillard. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Right wing. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Out to Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. And the shot is long.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Anthony in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Porzingis passes to Powell, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks, but you've got to remember Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Now here's Curry. 6 to shoot. Back to Powell, trying to end the drought. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Whiteside. To the inside. Ariza no up.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 9. McCollum kicks to Whiteside. To the wing right side. Lillard from outside. Doesn't go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Curry passes to Brunson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Brunson's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. 1:03 left in the first. Down low, Powell with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Curry leading the charge.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 11 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Hardaway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And McCollum with the block. And he recovers it. It's Curry outside. Ariza with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And an overpowering first-quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Trailblazers lead by 11. And we'll get going. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody going to come out.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Maxi Kleber. Luka Doncic out there with Wright. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Trailblazers leading by 9. Collins passes to Trent. Doncic with the steal. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And finished off by Wright.
You know, guys like Wright, the energy he brings is contagious and good for the whole team. He never lets up, always going full throttle.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Doncic, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 9. Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. He's off on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
You really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago, 82% on the season.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists, that's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Little kicks to Collins. Second shot opportunity. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Little. And a wide open look for Hood. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And again, Dallas turns it over. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry comes in for DeLon Wright. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Lillard way outside. He can't get that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Curry. Banked in off the glass.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Lillard from outside. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Cleveland slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Lillard way outside. And it's Lillard again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Cauley Stein. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
They get it back.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Trailblazers. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Anthony. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one. Cauley Stein against Whiteside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Both shots good from the stripe. And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland. Lillard surveying the D. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And the 3 ball is good.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Here's Brunson. Powell. Rebounded by Anthony. Portland leading by 11. McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 19 points.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Curry's shot is off. Now Lillard. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by.
Hey, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and no doubt that CJ. Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Powell. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 15. And the basket by McCollum.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Count that one.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Lillard way outside from beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 24.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Right, he's checked in for Dallas. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard from deep three-point land. Trailblazers keep it alive. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And Doncic, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them. He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Mavericks trail by 17. Doncic right side. Throws it up high. The shot by Powell, no good.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Lillard misses. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Lillard against Doncic. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 17. And a deep 3 from Lillard. They grab their own miss. Collins kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, Porzingis with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Little dishes to Hood. Little passes to Hood. Inside. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 5. Uncovered. That one off the back iron and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's right on the wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Trent can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And stolen by Wright. Now the Mavericks moving it up from deep. Little with the rebound.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleba is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Curry in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Whiteside in position and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Hardaway with it. Now Anthony defending. Shot from 12. And the basket by Curry.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
To the paint, here's Whiteside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Kleba kicks to Curry. Misses the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Portland moving the ball around. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 7 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. Powell down low. He's covered by Whiteside. Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. Now the pass to Hardaway. Outside Curry. To the wing on the left. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. With the tip.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. From deep three-point range, but they get it back. Mavericks trail by 14. Here's Powell. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Kept alive, Cauley-Stein. Outside for Curry. Pass to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Curry way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
Lillard way outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Powell kicks to Doncic. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And no good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Whiteside finds Anthony. Back to Whiteside. Passes it to Lillard. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Portland.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Floats it up for Doncic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
Fires for 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. McCollum finds Nurkic. 3-pointer Lillard. They get it back. Back to Ariza. From past the arc. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Ariza.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big mark.
they shoot. It's definitely humbling. It's also motivating. It's just more fuel, and it's something that motivates me because I know I'm representing more than just myself. My name is Trey Young, and I'm voting in this upcoming election. Being a point guard and having to be a leader, it kind of forces you to think of a lot of things on the court. You're not only focused on your job, but you're also focused on
an aerial view of the many buildings making up this. And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's Dallas with it. Doncic with it. Westbrook picks him up. To the left wing. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Westbrook. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trey Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Out to Porzingis. 3-pointer. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Impressive range from KP. Kristaps doing work on the perimeter.
It's Covington on the wing. The pass to Tucker. Buries it down low.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Porzingis is doubled. Doncic passes to Hardaway. And it's denied.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
Harden gets the bucket.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Finney Smith. And it's off from 3-point range. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to House. Outside Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Harden, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. That one doesn't drop. So Houston will take it the other way. House kicks to Westbrook. Covington dishes to Harden. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 5 points so far. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Porzingis passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
And they'll keep possession. And Tucker kicks to Harden. No good on the 3. Mavericks trail by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Westbrook's got his second basket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
That one drops for him.
The ability to create shots off the dribble. This may be his area of greatest improvement. Tucker's worked on that.
Hardaway. A putback. It's rebounded by Houston. Pushing it up. Here's Westbrook. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Powell with it. Westbrook picks him up. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Up and in on the layup.
Just another way. Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
And he comes up with the deuce. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A pass to Porzingis. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden dishes to Covington. Powell with the steal. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Rockets lead by 11. And back with the start. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Wright. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Curry. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Green. Westbrook with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Westbrook, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Passes to Kleber, out to the wing. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Stolen by Tucker. It's Harden with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The shot by Kleber, wide open. Offline with his 3. Rockets leading by 12. To the inside. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Curry is inside, guarded by Harden. Harden against Curry. Wright outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
To the middle. Here's Harden, and the rejection by Curry. On the wing, Harden. Down low. Takes it out to Covington. Offensive rebound. Here is House. No points in the game yet for him. Harden outside. Those three-pointers off the mark.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Curry.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. She made open, let me find him.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Rivers against Cauley Stein. Rivers looking over the floor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
Yeah, you see Chandler uses his length and guile to take full advantage inside.
To the left side wing. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. Out to Hardaway, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Stolen by Rivers. Porzingis against Green. To the middle. Shoots over Powell. Again, the miss by Chandler. Mavericks trail by 12. The shot by Powell, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Gordon goes in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
On the wing, Doncic. He's guarded by Rivers. Porzingis passes to Powell. Unable to get that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace.
And so it's Houston with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, James Harden was the man in the first. He had 12 points, 2 assists. Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Harden outside. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Tucker. The kick out to Westbrook. Off target with his 3. Mavericks trail by 16. Right side, Porzingis. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
If you leave someone open around Russell Westbrook, he knows it's his responsibility to find the open guy.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
It's Harden with the drive, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And the pass to Westbrook. Covington trying to break free, and Westbrook throws it down.
You cannot give Russell Westbrook a lane to the basket. This guy will slam it in your face quicker than you can say boo.
And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility, one of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
And the basket by Harden.
And defensively, you gotta respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. It's rebounded by Doncic.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, you can see Tim Hardaway is in his element right now. This guy, a solid transition player. He knows where to get to.
Rockets leading by 15. It's Covington on the wing. Drops in the layup for two. Covington's got his first points in this one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Tucker. And it's Houston on the break. Oh, Covington in position.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Green comes in for Robert.
Goodness.
Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Houston moving it around. McLemore, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Rockets lead by 19.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Back to Green, inside. The kick out to Westbrook. Dishes it to Green. On the wing, Gordon. He has 6. 4 on the clock. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 17. Here's Curry with the 3. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Westbrook's got the ball. Outside Gordon. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. On the wing, Green. Passes it to Westbrook. The 3. Off target. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in, so... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Powell. Cauley Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Curry in at the 2 guard.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Kleber kicks to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Cauley Stein. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Rockets take it the other way. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Harden outside. To the paint. Green kicks to McLemore. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry looking it over. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. But love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Here's Kleber. Up again. The putback is no good. Rockets leading by 12. And here's Harden for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Back to Carroll. He kicks it to Harden. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Cauley Stein. Goes back up. He lays it in. Cauley Stein's got 11 in the second half.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Pass to Gordon. To the inside. Here's Green. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House is checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for McLemore. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Seth Curry. The first one falls.
Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
Down low.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Mavericks trail by 13. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
1:12 left to play in the final quarter. From deep, Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got 25 points.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Kicks it out to Harden. Houston moving it around. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. No good on the triple. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lob pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Back to Powell. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
And here's Covington from the arc. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.